Join me on a journey into the life of Napoleon Bonaparte, a man whose name invokes both admiration and fear. This complex historical figure was a product of his insatiable ambition, achieving great heights, but also descending into the depths of failure. His story serves as a cautionary tale, highlighting the dangers of unbridled power and the transient nature of success. Napoleon faced numerous challenges throughout his reign, which ultimately led to his downfall. One of these challenges was the continental system, a strategy aimed at weakening Britain. However, this system backfired, severely crippling Napoleon's economy and alienating potential allies. Additionally, the Peninsular War drained his military resources and exposed his vulnerabilities. But perhaps the most significant blunder that haunted him for years to come was his disastrous invasion of Russia in 1812. The Peninsular War was a slow-burning conflict that gradually sapped Napoleon's strength and limited his ability to respond to other threats. The Spanish and Portuguese, aided by the British, proved to be formidable adversaries that Napoleon couldn't eliminate. This war of attrition eroded his military prowess and tarnished his reputation. The continental system, initially meant to suffocate Britain, ended up suffocating Napoleon's own economy instead. Political opposition also posed a significant challenge for Napoleon. The French people, once his ardent supporters, grew weary of his authoritarian rule. The aristocracy, bourgeoisie, and even his own generals conspired against him. The myth of Napoleon's invincibility began to unravel, revealing the flaws in his regime. As Napoleon's grip on power slipped, he became increasingly paranoid and isolated. His relationships with Europe's monarchs deteriorated, and he found himself confronting a coalition of enemies determined to bring him down. The fragile peace he had established through the Treaty of Tilsit was on the verge of shattering, plunging Europe into chaos once again. The Russian campaign was a catastrophic mistake that exposed Napoleon's military limitations. The brutal Russian winter, combined with the scorched earth tactics of the Russian army, decimated his once mighty Grande Armée. The retreat from Moscow served as a humiliating defeat from which Napoleon could never fully recover. The Battle of Leipzig, also known as the Battle of the Nations, became another crushing blow that marked a turning point in his fortunes. Finally, on June 18, 1815, at the Battle of Waterloo, the combined might of the British and Prussian armies, led by the Duke of Wellington and Gebhard von Blücher, brought about Napoleon's final defeat. His forces were crushed, and he was forced to abdicate the throne. The Napoleonic Empire, once perceived as invulnerable, crumbled before his very eyes. Napoleon's surrender and exile to the island of St. Helena marked the end of his ambitions. The man who had once bestrode Europe like a colossus was now a prisoner, forced to confront the ruin of his empire. The dramatic shift in European power dynamics was palpable as the Congress of Vienna redrew the map of Europe, erasing the Napoleonic legacy from history. As we reflect on Napoleon's rise and fall, we are reminded of the dangers of unchecked power and the fleeting nature of success. His darkest moments, marked by military defeats and political opposition, serve as a cautionary tale about the fragility of human ambition. Thank you for joining me on this journey into the life of Napoleon Bonaparte. If you have thoughts on Napoleon's legacy, please share them in the comments below. And if you're interested in learning more about other historical figures, be sure to check out my other videos.